Well, guys, I finally finished leveling up the Stamina Necromancer, and man, all I can say is right out of the gate, it feels so much better than Magicka Necromancer, and I think there are a few really big reasons why I'm enjoying the Stam Necro so much more. But yeah, so I've got a little bit of footage for you guys here today. I've actually got 3 quick fights, 2 on the Stamina Necromancer, and then 1 on the Mag Necro that I haven't shown you guys yet. And we're going to talk a little bit about, why I have the impressions that I do of the class. So the first big thing about the Stamina Necromancer is that it doesn't rely on the Necromancer healing kit. And I think this is a big thing for me because the Necromancer healing kit has some issues in itself. I mean, you can line of sight your own Mender. The Mender itself is very slow to eventually heal you. It's not a very good reactive heal. And then, of course, the primary spammable applying the Major Defile. It makes for an interesting healing kit, and I understand where ZeniMax was trying to go with it. However, I feel like the big issue with the Mag Necro healing kit is that it's just really slow, and it's pretty clunky, and you're constantly debuffing yourself in order to get that faster heal, and sometimes you just can't afford to make that debuff, and in PvP, man, it kind of makes it a death sentence. And now Stamina Necromancer, on the other hand, is just relying on, the weapon healing kit, the Vigor, the Rally, stuff like that, the bow heal. And I think because it's using a little bit more reliable heals, it just feels a little bit better defensively to play than the Magicka Necromancer. Now, this brings me to my next big thing about Necro, and of course, Stamina Necromancer is going to take the cake here, but Magicka Necromancer is literally the slowest class in the game. There is no spec slower than a Magicka Necromancer. It is just incredibly slow. It doesn't move fast, and you're going to have a hell of a time getting away from something if you find yourself in a battle that you don't think you can take. Whereas going for the Stamina Necromancer route, even if you go heavy armor, you have more stamina to work with, therefore just more ability to stay mobile on the battlefield. And I think because Necromancer is so slow, it makes Stamina Necromancer, at least for open world PvP, feel really, really good, because Necromancer has all this really strong burst kit, it has all these really strong utility skills, the Purge, and I think when you pair that kit with all the speed that the medium armor builds can have, it feels a lot better on the Stam Necro than it did on the light armor Mag Necro. Now, a big thing that you guys see in the footage is just how clean the burst is on the Stam Necro. I think that's a big thing too, is the Mag Necro kit, at least when you're using the class kit, it's not as snappy and it's not as fast, and there's a lot of skills that just, are difficult to use, I think, in PvP. We've got all these different AoE fields with no snares attached to them. We've got the AoE Scythe, but you're on a slower class, so someone can just straight up outrun you. Whereas the Stamina Necromancer, man, you just blast bones into your favorite weapon combo and just look at the damage. It is so much burst, and it feels so much cleaner to use than I did when I was playing the Magicka Necro. And I also think the lack of a class stun on the Mag Necro is also what just makes its kit feel not the best. I mean, they have the Bone Armor pull, which makes it work for the AoE build, but not having the spammable stun, well, it just makes it really tough to close in a kill on PvP, whereas on the Stam Necro, we've got the weapon kits for the stuns and stuff, and it makes it a lot easier. So on the Magcro, I feel like you're kind of locked into a Lightning or Fire Staff option if you want to have any potential to kill someone in a one-on-one. And, of course, there's the fact that, Magicka Necromancer has to use more class skills than the Stamina Necromancer does. And due to the fact that a lot of the Necromancer skills just don't function properly in PvP, line of sighting your own heals and tethers and stuff like that, and Magicka Necro just having that slow kind of like AoE, hold your ground centric focus, I feel like in just PvP, man, it makes Magicka Necromancer good for stuff like group combat, maybe good at stuff like one-on-one, but open world PvP, if you're going to be in a scrappy fight, I would pick the Stam Necro any day for that reason. Now, something that you guys should keep in mind is that I've only played an hour on my Stamina Necromancer. I have not played a lot of it, and I've played a lot of time on the Magicka Necromancer, and I think the fact that my first attempt at Stamina Necromancer was just so much more successful than the Magicka Necro. I think that just says a lot for me, because I really wanted to make the Mag Necro work, but I feel like the class has a few problems, and it definitely needs some bug fixing and some serious balance passing too. I think maybe adding a more viable class stun to it via maybe off the Scythe would be a good option, but as it sits right now, man, Magicka Necromancer just feels kind of random when you use it, and there you see is a really good example where we killed that Nightblade. He just randomly got pulled on our armor and randomly ate the blast bones. Like, we didn't time that attack. It didn't kill him because we wanted to time that kill. It just killed him because, you know, Magicka Necromancer has some really trolly AoE capabilities, and that's what I was trying to utilize with this build. Now, something that I did want to say is that Necromancer, at least on the Magicka side, feels really ult reliant. I feel like when you're not using your really strong ultimates on the Necro, you kind of really struggle against the other classes, where the other classes can have that firepower and that potential, at least on Magicka specs, outside of their ultimates too. So I'm going to let this clip run out for you guys. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed the footage, and I hope you guys are looking forward to trying some Necro. If you haven't jumped into Stamina Necromancer, I think it's going to be a lot of fun for open world PvP, so I'm quite looking forward to it myself. And of course, we will be uploading the build that we were playing there for you guys within the next day or two. So hit that like button if you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you guys are interested in watching the live gameplay, you can always check me out on Twitch. A link, of course, is in the description below. If you guys want to send in any clips for the top 5 PvP battles, or if you guys want to send in a build to be featured on the channel, you can send it to KristoferESO@hotmail.com. We are sponsored by What the Fast, a VPN for gamers. They give me better ping to my favorite games, and they're free to try for the first 14 days. If you guys want to give them a shot, a link, of course, in the description below. No credit card to sign up, so no harm, no foul if it doesn't give you the ping increase you're looking for. And then finally, if you guys really love the show, you can always become a patron on Patreon. Thank you guys for watching. Have a fantastic night, everyone, and look forward to more Necromancer in the future.